Good afternoon, everybody. Today we've got a super simple project. Anybody can handle this. Man, woman, child, doesn't matter. What we're going to do is we are going to replace a leaking toilet component. Now, inside the tank of the toilet where all the water is, generally it's one of two things that are going to cause problems. It's either the flapper, the big rubber thing at the bottom that opens and closes and lets the water actually leave and go flush the toilet and then seal up again when the toilet refills, waiting for the next flush. Or there's a problem with the main valve that's inside the stem. The stem has a float on it. Sometimes the floats will stick. Sometimes they just won't activate the valve to either engage or disengage the water. So the toilet will constantly run, water will be filling up even though the flapper is not leaking. In our case today, we had a failure with the valve. It didn't matter if it was in the up or down position, it still would not work. So we're going to walk through everything to get this replaced today. Simple project, anybody can do it. On a scale of 1 to 5, I would probably rank it a 2. So we're going to have a Phillips screwdriver here. We're going to use that for adjusting the float up and down. You'll see that in the video. And then we have channel locks. The channel locks are what we're going to use to just loosen and tighten the water supply line, as well as the plastic or nylon nut that secures the stem from the bottom of the tank. And you'll see all of this in the video. I have the rag there for a special purpose though. What we're going to do with this rag is we're going to actually place the rag inside the jaws like this when we're loosening and tightening those plastic or the nylon nuts that are used for most projects like this. But if I were doing this for somebody else, I absolutely would. Me advising you, I would advise you to go ahead and do this as well. But what you're doing is you're just putting this piece of material in here to protect from these sharp edges here. You don't want these sharp teeth tearing up those plastic or nylon nuts. So let's go ahead and get to the project. Okay, so here is the replacement kit for the toilet. There is the old one right there. I went ahead and I was trying to get this in. There's a valve inside here and it's basically stuck. So no matter what I do here, this is the float that tells it to shut off. So no matter what I do over here, whether I lift this up, whether I lift this up and down, it does not turn the water on, which is the exact opposite of the problem it was having where it wouldn't shut off. So we're going to basically remove this entire stem. We're going to take this off right here. The flapper down there at the bottom is going to stay. We're not going to mess with that. I went ahead and positioned a bucket right over here because what we're going to do is we're going to take off that nut right there. And most likely that's going to drain a little bit and it's probably going to run down this water supply line back here and we're going to have a mess on the floor. So I do have a couple of towels for us to use to try to kind of minimize the amount of mess that we make. What a lot of people will do, the first thing you want to do with this project here is you want to shut off your water supply right there. Just go ahead and take that, shut that down. You can see there's a nut right above that for that water supply line. If you're going to replace that, then obviously you're going to end up taking that off. We're going to leave that in place. This kit that's in here right now was a $10 kit. This is the actual Kohler genuine parts kit for $20. So it's twice as much, but it's actually going to work this time. This one's been in here for like, I don't know, maybe 3 months and it's already failed. All right, so let me get everything positioned. And oh, one more thing I want to add. A lot of times you can see there's a lot of residual water down there that you're just not going to be able to get out. What a lot of people will do is they'll go ahead and use a shop vac and they're just going to suck all of that water out of there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pack these towels right here. I'm going to pack them into the corner here. And then we're going to use these channel locks, which are right there. And we're going to reach up in here, loosen that up, and then we'll just start draining everything into the bucket. So let me get things positioned so we can get started on that. Obviously you want to get all your obstructions and miscellaneous junk out of the way. And we'll see how much of a mess that we actually end up making here. Good. So I didn't even need to use the channel locks that I had, so I'll put them aside and let's get the bucket in there. I was able to loosen it by hand. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit there. But yeah, typically you're going to need those channel locks. Now this is going to make a big mess when I pop this out of here. This one I will need the channel locks for. You may not be able to see a whole lot. The angle's probably not great, but we'll try to get it to where you can see it. And I'll show you all these parts later too, so you have an idea of exactly what I'm grabbing a hold of here. All right. Well, let's see. There it goes. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm pressing down on this stem to basically keep the rubber gasket on there, sort of sealing things a little bit. And then when I lift this up out of the way, that's when it's really going to pour out. There you go. And we're catching about 99% of it here in the bucket. And now it's doing exactly what I expected. The extra stuff is running right down the line and ending up on the wall. But that's okay, we got the bulk of it. And now we'll go on to the Kohler valve kit here, the silent fill valve kit. Okay, I wanted to take a quick second and just go over some of these parts here. So this is the main stem that's going to sit inside the, it's going to be vertically like this in the back of the toilet there. Let's bring this up a little bit. So this is going to sit right up in that corner over there. I know it looks too tall, but it's not. Now, for those of you who don't really know how these operate, basically as the water is filling, this float rises and it gets to a certain point where this valve closes this right here. The arm closes the valve, and that's what stops the water. There, this one's a pretty good size, and I think it'll be a good distance. You put this clip on right here. That clip goes on the end and redirects it down into the tank to fill the tank. There's some water that goes into the tank, like the toilet tank, and some water that goes into the main tank. And this is the hose that directs some of that water down into the tank. So we do have the old one here, which looks like it might be a little bit longer. It's already got the clip on the end, so we may use that one. We'll have to see how it works out. Now this one has an adjustable thing here at the bottom, right here, where you can adjust the height of this. So we'll do some size kind of adjustments here as we go through, and we'll see what makes sense. Also, critically important here, this little washer, you gotta make sure this stays all the way up and is on the inside of the tank. And then this lock nut's gonna come in, it's a nylon nut, and that's gonna come into the bottom and secure it to the bottom of your tank. So try not to lose any of those parts. Okay, got a little bit of a different angle here for you. And there is that rubber washer I told you about. We're gonna just drop this right in here, and that is how that will stand up vertically. It'll be fine like it is for now. Now looking at the height of this, if you come down to here, you can still see there's a good, 1.5 inches. This probably could go taller. Ooh, I don't know, that could be a little short. Okay, I'm gonna adjust this height just a little bit. Bring it up to maybe about like right there. It's maybe like another inch or so. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, let's see, we're gonna slide this up. And let's see, it goes the other way. Which way is it bringing it out? Usually it's lefty loose and righty tighty. I'm just trying to see. Oh, okay. So it's not threaded, you just have to grab it and pull it. So, which is even easier. I'm gonna pop it out one more notch here. Let's just do a quick little kind of measure up here. Boy, that's gonna be really close on the top. Yeah, we'll knock it down one more. Okay. One more notch, and then we'll take this lock ring here, pull that down over top, and that part's done. I feel like that's pretty good here. Okay, so this nylon nut's gonna go on the bottom. We're gonna get it nice and snug. I'm only gonna do it hand tight. I may put the channel locks on it like just for maybe like 1/8 of a turn. That rubber gasket that we talked about a minute ago, that's gonna do a really good job of sealing everything up. So you don't have to crank everything, super tight. Now right now I'm just putting that on kind of hand tight because I do still need to get this part figured out here. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hook this hose right there on that little nipple right here.
That's what she said.
And then we're gonna run it up to here with a little clip. I'm gonna pause it for a second to do that just because I need 2 hands, but we'll be right back. Okay, that's what that looks like, completely done there. So you see I've clipped that onto the tube there. That's gonna send some water down into the tank. And then right up there, I've got that flush up to the main stem. Everything looks like it's in there pretty well. And we're still below the top surface here. So I'm gonna go ahead and secure everything down at the bottom, down there, which you can't see. I'll get that secured. And while I'm down there, I'll hook up the water supply again. Okay, I think we got a pretty good angle here. So this is the lock nut that I'm gonna be tightening up by hand. And then this is gonna come right into here. And then this guy will thread onto the bottom there. So we'll get that all done right now. And then I'll turn on right here. This is the main water supply for toilets. You're gonna see this on every toilet you have in some place or another. This is what you turn all the way to the right when you start. And when we're done, we're gonna turn it all the way to the left to open it back up. So let me go ahead and get these tightened up and we'll get back with you. What I did is I went ahead and tightened both of those up. You can see that they're nice and snug. And then I turned the water supply back to the left. You can hear the water running right now. And if you look up here, you do see water going down into the tube. And water is also filling up inside the tank. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna watch and see how high the float comes up. Right down here, you can see the water line right here. So that's where we want the water to get to. If it ends up being high or low, we're gonna adjust this screw right here up and down. And when it gets to, see how it just stopped? So we'll have to adjust that up and down until it gets to where it's stopping with the water on that line. So we'll get to that right now. Okay, so out of the box, you can see here we're really close to that line, but if you look on the tank, there's actually another indicator for another water line that's a little bit higher. This toilet historically does not like to always flush. So we're gonna test it real quick and see how it flushes with the water at that level. Okay, so I think we're good to go. I'm probably not gonna worry about that, but what we gotta do, like I said, we're just gonna maybe tighten this up a little tiny bit like this. I'll go ahead and do like 2 twists on this. A Phillips screwdriver is definitely much easier right there. But I just did a couple of twists and we'll see if that raises that up. Now, what I like to do whenever I'm finishing these up, I leave a towel down here just for the day. That way I can make sure that there's nothing that's loose or leaking. Like I can see right now, there's a little bit of water present. What I don't know is, did that come from when I was draining it before? So just make sure you wipe this off. That way you know you're starting from a clean, dry kind of surface. And then put your towel down here and come back and check on it, maybe in an hour, and then again at the end of the day. And as long as everything is dry, you should be in good shape. So I was just now playing around with this here, and it's right to raise. So turn the Phillips screw head there to the right, and that will raise the float. We're right at that water level. The toilet's flushing fine, and we're about an hour later, and I don't see any water present down here that's new. Nothing leaking here, so I think we're in business. Okay, everybody, that's all there is to it, to getting this tank repair kit done. If you think of any tips or tricks that we missed out, something we can do better, do different, or if there's a video you need to see about something you need to fix around the house you haven't figured out yet, let us know. Please consider subscribing to the channel, drop a like, and we'll see you next time.